What's up, guys? It's Death Omen, and I'm gonna be starting a new series where I go and I dissect high elo games, hopefully to make me a better player and to help you guys become better players as well. Um, this is a very high elo game, obviously. Believe it's a 2000 something game. You might recognize Odd One. I did choose his one of his games specifically to spectate, just to kind of dissect it. I might say that he did something wrong. I might say that he did something right. He is a high elo game player. I am a low elo player, but that doesn't mean we're all perfect. That does mean that he will make mistakes, and I'm just trying to spot a few of them out, kind of get better because of them, and like see how I can get better based off of them. So they have Shaco's jungle versus Odd One Olaf is jungle. Zed mid versus a Master Yi AP mid. Kha'Zix versus Riven. Tarek and Volibear as support, and Corki versus Graves as ADC. They're playing kind of safe here, guarding. Nobody really wants to invade. Shaco is placing down the standard boxes to get a nice leash off early game. He doesn't really need the leash, but it just kind of helps and makes this game easier. Like, he can just throw down boxes right there. It'll fear the blue. Blue will start hitting the boxes. He can hit him from behind, getting the backstab. Basically, he doesn't need a leash. He can just dominate without one, which is pretty strong. But it's not one of the best things. He's not one of the best junglers late game. Late game, he falls off really hard. Everybody's here. They're going to probably leash, get a lot of damage down, just to make it easier on Odd One. He doesn't lose that much health. Kha'Zix is sitting up in this bush, making sure that they don't go through Tri-Bush to go and grab Odd One's red. And it starts off going pretty uneventful. Shaco hits the small wolf, which is going to put him a little bit behind instead of hitting the big wolf. But it shouldn't be too bad. He should still go pretty well. He's a little bit late on the golems because of that wolf issue there. But it's not going to go too bad. He might actually... Yeah, he finishes blue before Odd One. Everything's going perfectly fine in mid lane. And a little bit of hook going down from Zed. Zed can just do that because he has stamina or whatever, yellow. And he needs blue. He needs mana to be able to poke, especially AP, because he uses that Q a lot. And my personal opinion on... Oh, first blood went up top. Kha'Zix got taken out by Shaco. Looks like there's going to be a lot of early game aggression here. Shaco looks like he's going for the red. He's running around looking for Odd One. Odd One went down, though. So it looks like he's not going to be seen. And Shaco's just going to go right on out. Odd One's waiting to see if Shaco goes and takes his blue. And it looks like they might actually be able to pick up that kill. Nope, the heal under the turret. He might pick that up. Is he going to? Minions OP? He gets the kill. That was a really good play by Yi. All he had to do was sit under his turret and heal, and because he gets such a high health bonus and 100 armor and magic resist at the first level, this is why when I'm playing AD against a Karthus, this is probably the first spell I'll take, because something that you can do is whenever Karthus' ult is going off when you're at low health, you can just use that heal, and all of a sudden you've got 100 magic resist. Karthus' ult will probably do 20 damage at the most to you once you're doing that. So it's very strong, it's very difficult to avoid, and AP is just one of the more annoying characters. He falls off really hard late game is one of the issues with him, where if you have somebody like... Well, they don't really have any... Oh, like Volibear. Volibear can flip him out of his heal, and then his heal is basically wasted on cooldown, because it's got a very large 33-second cooldown, and his Alpha Strike has a 15-second cooldown, which is why he uses this over 5 seconds. So he Alpha Strikes, he heals, he Alpha Strikes. That's how Yi works, it's how Yi gets his kills, because his heal goes for such a long time. But he can only do that combo once, obviously, because of the 33-second cooldown, and he still has to wait a little bit in between Alpha Strikes. But it's a very strong thing, because during that heal, he's going to get all the way back up to full health, and he can't take any damage basically throughout the whole thing. Your team can try to DPS him down, but it's not going to happen. That's why Volibear is going to have to flip him out of that heal to do anything to him. Which, after the engage, Volibear's flip has a very, very high cooldown, 12-second cooldown. Which isn't too bad, especially if he gets CDR, but he's really support tanky Volibear right now, so he's not really going to be getting any CDR. You can see Odd One's just clearing out his jungle, trying to put a little bit of pressure mid after the few ganks. Top lane is pushing, probably trying to B. He's going to lose out on a lot of CS if Corki freezes the lane. I haven't ever seen a solo top lane Corki, but they put Riven bot lane, and I guess that could work with the flip and all of the CC and the stuns and slows that they have. But it's going to be very difficult because they have range and they can just poke down Riven, and it doesn't really look like Riven is the best. She's kind of taking a lot of harass from Graves there. Shaco jumps over the wall. He didn't plant down a box, so that's going to be bad because he really can't do anything now. Shaco can Q away or flash away. It looks like he's going to Q. He's going to make it successfully away. Yi runs down to try to kind of cut him off, but he's gone. Like, he's not going to be able to get him by himself at least. Yi does kind of poke a little bit using that Q. He has about half mana, so he can easily just meditate and get a bunch of his health back. The thing is, if Zed jumps onto him at any time, he could probably take a lot of his health. Shaco comes in trying to do a little bit of damage, and he just sits there and takes it because he can just get his health back at any time, really. Odd One is running through the jungle, not really doing much. He's kind of coming mid, seeing if any pressure goes down where he has to be there and back his mid up. Bot lane, the harass is still going down. Graves is kind of pushed pretty far out, so if blue team wanted to, they could get a very nice gank. Or Riven could just go ahead and get a kill on Taric, you know. That was a pretty nice move there. Riven just stunned Taric under the turret. He couldn't do anything, he couldn't move. This top lane matchup, Corki's doing pretty good because he can just throw down so much harass onto the enemy. And if Kha'Zix jumps onto him, his Gatling gun gets rid of so much of Kha'Zix's armor that he can't really do anything about it. And he's just going to have to take the harass. And once Corki gets his Brutalizer, that'll just be insanely strong. I'm assuming he's going for the Brutalizer because he's got the one longsword. Either that or he's going for the Vampiric Scepter. Kha'Zix has double longsword, so he's definitely going for the Brutalizer to start. He hasn't even gotten tier 2 boots yet, which is probably another reason why Corki hasn't been able to do much. Corki goes with the double Doran's Blade build, though, instead of building anything on top of the longsword. And he buys 3 wards. Warding is definitely important. Most lower elo people don't even do it. Their top lanes don't even get wards because they think it's useless, but even the mid lane is getting a ward. And jungler has wards. Everybody gets wards in, except for apparently this guy gets wards in these higher elo games because they're so important. They're just, if you don't get them, you can basically lose just based off of your wardage. He is going to jump right into that box, which is exactly what Shaco wanted. Shaco is going to be able to very easily pick up that kill. Maybe even translate onto Graves here, because he does have his ult. Zed is coming down from the river. He's going to be able to take him out. He can just throw his clone like he did right there over the wall, transport over, and take out the Graves. That was a very well done kill. It looks like they might be going on and doing Dragon. Yi does come down and kind of put a little bit of pressure, but that's not going to be a good thing because Shaco's here to kind of do a little bit more damage than he can take. They don't have any armor pen yet, but you know, 2 people smacking on a Yi early game, you're not going to be able to make it out of that very well. He did have to burn his ult. That's a 60-second cooldown, 57-second cooldown. I think he has CDR. You do have Odd One sitting up top, making sure that the lane doesn't get pushed too much. They might go for a fight here. It would be a 2v1, but they're just going to back off. Odd One's going to go back to his jungle. Shaco is stealing the big Wraith out of Odd One's camp. he might be looking for a fight. It's gonna happen here. And that should be an easy kill for Shaco. Yeah, and then he's gonna smite the big golem. And that was a pretty good move on Shaco's part. It looks like blue team has a good 1,000 gold advantage. This should be a win for blue team as long as they don't throw the game too much. And that was a kind of stupid move on Odd One's part, where he was staying in jungle a little bit too long, where he had very low health, and he's just getting put a little bit too far behind. He's jungling really slowly because he has to back up those lanes, because Shaco has so much presence in lanes right now, and it's just, you can't leave Shaco alone to gank. You have to put a little bit pressure where he puts the pressure. And so that's just putting him further and further behind. Odd One going to the wolf camp down bot lane. It looks like they're playing a little bit more passively now, bot lane, Graves and Tarek, because you know, that didn't go too well for them, those last ganks, and it looks like they're going to put a little bit of pressure down, kind of push him back. Odd One is in the jungle against a Shaco once again. Zed does come down bot lane a little bit, kind of pushing back there. It looks like they want to go down bot lane and get a kill here. They do grab a kill on one of them, on the volley pair, no, on the Tarek. And oh, Riven goes in trying to bait them, I'm guessing. But that's going to be very bad, because it looks like Yi can get taken out here. If Yi were to Q onto them, that could be a nice double kill. There's one, there's two. Oh, and almost three. That would have been very nice if he would have been able to get that triple. And it would have also probably brought him down low enough to get the quadra. Sadly, Graves didn't shoot the triple ball into there and get the kill, into the bush and get the kill. I really don't know what any of their skills are. I don't know the names of them at least. Once again, low elo player. Top lane, there's not really much going on. A little bit of aggression every time Kha'Zix tries to farm. But that's kind of natural, because you have a range carry kind of person hitting him with his ultimate, the missile barrage, every time it's up. And yeah, their purple team is trying to hang on, but it looks like they're fighting a lost game here. What's his name? Zed does be out, trying to probably get a little bit of his health back. Some of his skills are on cooldown. He wouldn't want to fight anybody with how low he was, especially not a Yi, who's been getting a little bit fed here. He's got a Shen now, and as soon as that becomes a I don't even know what it's called, whatever, the orange version of Shen, I don't care. He's going to be doing so much damage because he can just Q, and then he'll do a lot of damage with the extra attack bonus. And you can see he just kind of puts a little bit of poke onto him. He is taking a lot of harass for it though, but he can just go and heal that back up. It's kind of just how he works. He's not going to really be affected by too much of that damage, and then he jumps back in to do more damage. His turret is really low. Down bot, blue team did get a gank, got a few kills. I think it was actually 4. No, it was purple team got a double kill and blue team got a double kill. And so that was kind of good for purple team, but once again it was a double kill for blue team as well on Shaco, and you don't really want to get a Shaco 2 fed because he can be dangerous early game. So it looks like they're going to lose this tower along with top tower they've already lost, and mid tower is right there on the edge of dying, which can be very, very bad, very detrimental, and this could end very badly. If he doesn't heal there, oh, his heal was down for 15 more seconds. That could have ended up very badly if he would have hit 1 or 2 more of his skill shots. It looks like he's going to come back in lane though, because his Q's going to be, or his heal's going to be up very shortly here. But that could also end badly, because he could be caught out by a jungler. Luckily, none of them were over here. They're all kind of pressing Odd One's jungle here. Looks like they might be going for a fight here. They notice everybody's there, so Odd One does smite the blue. Looks like they're going to go in for an all-out fight, and it looks like blue team might actually lose this one. Yeah, Master Yi comes in, takes out 2 of them, might translate over to take out Zed, but it looks like he's not going to be able to. Shaco's toy in the box slows him down. Zed will be perfectly fine. It's not like Yi could do very much anyway. He's low on mana, and he's not really one of the best people to 1v1 Zed, especially when he's building AP, because AP is one of those people that you want to send in as kind of like a cleanup crew. Zed will go over and take purple team's red, and they will land the dazzle, but they're not going to be able to make anything out of that because everybody was too far off. Bot lane is staying the same. 3 turrets down now for purple team, all tier 1s. So that's just a whole lot of map control that they've just lost out on. And it looks like it's not going very well. Right now the CS stands at about 15 more on Odd One, 20-ish more on Zed, 20-ish more on Kha'Zix. I need to actually switch this up for some reason. Never mind, it's about 50 more on Corki. Even on the, like 3 more obviously on the supports, but it's even because like supports don't really need the CS. Blue team did just take Dragon for another huge chunk of gold in their advantage. And then the ADCs that were bot lane, obviously they put the Bruiser bot lane trying to do something, and it didn't really work out too well, but it looks like they might be able to start a fight here, purple team. Zed does just zone out Yi. He does jump onto Zed, but nothing's going to come out of that. He does have the needlessly large, so he is doing massive amount of damage. If he can land a Q on their entire team, he can just destroy most of their players. And kind of the Yi's Q works very specifically. It kind of shoots in a line where he can just Q and it'll go straight in a straight line. So what you can do is you can hit this last minion right here and it'll jump to him, because it doesn't really like going like this. Like if you're standing here and you Q, it'll go like that. If you're standing here, it'll kind of try to go straight forward. That's just kind of how his Q works. It tries to go in a line. It might not at all times, but it at least tries, and that's kind of what it does. They do pick up the kill on Yi there. He did overextend a little bit too much. They are fighting under turrets, which is not a good thing. Corki does get a kill on Odd One there. They're trying to disengage, but it's not. It doesn't look like it's working too well. It's a 3v4 here, 5 if you count Shaco's clone, but that's going to go down fast if they do attack it. It looks like, yeah, as Kha'Zix, it will get out here. Nope, there's the flash. He's down. They did just take out Graves, Riven did, and it looks like they're going to go ahead and take a tier 3 tower, because they've already taken this tier 2 on bot lane, which is going to be very devastating. It's probably even an inhib at this point. Tarek's not going to be able to stop, but Yi is up, so this could turn very bad for their team very quickly. He does throw down the box. He does not have his ult up, I believe. No, 10 seconds, but that 10 seconds could be very well enough time to get up there and take out one of them. But he's not going to be able to do it. He is looking over here to get this Corki, but he does only get the minions. Looks like he's only going to grab the minions and then he's going to back off. He does heal. I mean, it's hard not to heal. He's just going to get so much of his health back. But it's got such a high cooldown. If a team fight were to start right now, he can't heal through it. He can't survive through it. Kha'Zix is up top lane farming, kind of trying to stop these lanes from pushing, because the more they push, the harder time they're going to have. They're about 6k behind on purple team, 4 kills down, but that just shows how much map control they've had. Blue team has taken just about every dragon, and has taken 4 of purple team's towers, and it's just devastating purple team. As it stands right now, you have about a 2k lead on the jungle, a 100 gold lead on the mid, which isn't that much, which is good. About 2k lead on the top lanes, about a 1k gold lead on the support, which isn't amazing because it's a support, but it's still, that's a lot of like wards and all the other stuff that you can get with that. and then about a 1k lead on blue side, which is surprising. I would think Graves would have a better lead there, but that's how that is. There is aggression going on mid lane. They're kind of poking at each other. They really want this tower down. You can see Shaco's here in the back line kind of throwing some skills down, trying to get them low so that when they go in, it'll be a definite win for blue team. But their Volibear tank is really low. They've all taken a little bit of damage, and a few of them are even using health potions. Like Odd1 has his Catalyst, and he can obviously just heal it all back. They have heal from Tarek, and it looks like a lot of aggression's going down here. They might go ahead and go after this. Nope, Shaco is going to probably get out of there because of the little, whatever they're called, the jack-in-the-boxes, which are the most annoying thing ever, I have to say. You can just walk into one randomly in your jungle. And it looks like this game is probably over already. Like, they've already lost. That's really bad, and that, like, at 20 minutes, with this bad of a deficit of, what is that, 7k? Yeah, 7k gold lead on blue side. I mean, that's just insane. And I would blame it on the fact that blue side is, like, so much better. The fact that if you get blue team, which for some reason, like, you'll never get, you're probably going to win because I don't even know why. It's just, you do. That's just kind of how it works. Whenever I'm on blue team, I always win. Whenever I'm on purple team, for some reason, I have a harder time winning. And I'll lose a lot of the times as well, which is stupid, and that was not a very smart move. He forgot all about the passive, and that actually might become a double kill for Zed, or Corky. Looks like he might come back in. Volibear's passive is OP as fuck, and there's the triple kill. There wasn't very much they could have done about that. It was over before it even started, basically. And purple team is kind of blue team is pinging to go for this tower. Purple team really isn't doing much to stop it. Only 2 of them are up right now, and Kha'Zix has to heal. Home guard boots are the best.
Team's turret has been destroyed.
And he just jumps in there and does a lot of damage because of the fact that he can his Kha'Zix. But that wasn't very smart. He switched focus from the ADC over to the support, and Volibear is just too tanky right now for you to take down, even at this low of health, unless you have true damage like Olaf does. And it looks like he might actually get a triple kill here. Yep, there's the triple. And that's just because Yi, when he uses his ult and Q, he can just Q, ult, and do so much damage so quickly, and just completely devastate your team. There's not really much you can do. The Shaco is looking for a smite steal, and he might get it. He's kind of going around trying to get a nice jump in. He does not get the smite, and it looks like they're shooting at the clone here. They know that it's the clone, so they're just gonna back off and disengage this fight. They don't want to take the small damage that the clone does, and it's kind of small this early game, but it's still 450 health. That would definitely help Shaco get a kill. And it looks like Graves might be looking over there. He's not going to go over there and investigate. Shaco does ward this bush, which means anytime purple team tries to get their blue, Shaco or whoever could go and attack. There is a ward here, so blue team knows basically where their entire team is right now. Everybody's mid lane. Shaco is pushing top lane a little bit, trying to force one of these guys to come and go bot lane, because that'll just give them so much force mid lane to just go and push and take a turret or an hit him. And they can't really break off like that, so they're gonna have to send the whole team to go after him, which isn't smart, because that means that that blue team will very easily be able to take an entire area or an entire turret, basically without conflict, because it's a 4v3 right now. They're kind of grouping back up here. All the damage was obviously healed back up. It's a Lich Bane. It's the thing I was trying to figure out earlier. And no, I didn't just click on you. Nobody saw that. I just knew it off the top of my head. He is using his Q to clear out the minion waves, but that's kind of a bad idea because as soon as his Q is down like that, it can end up bad. Purple team did have wards in just about the whole jungle, so we knew exactly where these guys were. They got Yi out of that heal. Like I said, if they got Yi out of that heal, it wouldn't go very well. Their team is kind of split up right now on purple team, and so they were able to get just torn apart. Corki is going to be able to follow behind this Kha'Zix, probably pick up the kill. Yeah, picks up the kill right there. And that should be a turret and an inhib. At this point, there's not really much purple can do. Shaco disconnects, but that's not very much. It's just Shaco. I mean, I think he's building a little bit of AP. And he has 11 AP right now, which is probably from masteries, because this doesn't give any AP or any of his other stuff. But that was an easy inhib turret, the tier 3 turret, whatever you want to call it. And eventually, at this gold lead of about 9k, they might be able to go and pressure a Baron.
A summoner has reconnected.
Mr. Shaco is back, so that could end badly. He is there to do a lot of damage really fast and will get an assist, but that only halves the cooldowns on everything. Which is another bad thing about Yi, is the fact that if he doesn't get the kill, his cooldowns are only halved. They're not completely refreshed. Which is another reason why he can be easily taken out. But the thing is, they have a stun, a flip, a fear, and the her Q that bounces everybody up. That'll just completely take out Yi out of the fight, because he has to heal through a lot of the damage. He's healing 2,000 of his health right now and gains 300 armor, which is a lot, but it's not enough. Like, it's a lot, like I said, but the thing is, if he's taken out of that at any point, he's basically dead unless his Q is up or until he gets his Zonias. If he does get his Zonias, once he gets his Zonias, that could be a lot better. He is going to go for the mask, and then the upgraded version of the mask for the burn damage, and the magic penetration, right there, Hunter's Guise. And he might even go and get another item for either attack speed. He could get the Rage Blade, or he could get a Stinger and then a Gnasher's Tooth. He is a little bit hesitant to go in and engage, but he's not supposed to engage. Nobody's at low health. He probably wouldn't pick up the kill with his ultimate, so it wouldn't get the cooldown. He wouldn't be able to just jump in there again. So he's kind of just sticking back, trying to play it safe. Shaco does use his ult. Everybody kind of starts to focus it. It does do a little bit of nice damage. It's not much. But it does look like they're going to go into a fight right here, jump in, do a little bit of damage. And it looks like he does get the kill, which means his cooldowns are refreshed. He can just jump in there again and again. And he gets flipped out of his heal, so he couldn't really do much. They could take the Shaco pretty easily, but they just got taken out there. That's an inhib, and that might be GG. That's, what is it, 20, 30 second cooldown, or 30 second spawn time, so that should be GG. Derek buys wards, or uses his ward stone, because he can just spam it. And that's GG. It was a good game. It was kind of close.